Oh boy, I think we're doing just fine here. Oh man, those dragons are pretty hasty. Oh my, guys, it's happening! It's actually happening! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm such a happy sloth right now. And let's see how we want to win this. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we'll unleash dragons into standard and we will beat the top decks of the format with this deck. And I'll tell you, this will be a thrilling experience, and some of the games were literally like so intense, like a full roller coaster of emotions with dragons. What more to want from Magic? We have some insane dragons with Dracosaur, Dragonhawk that can, especially with haste, instantly get you 2 cards or deal 4 damage on top of attacking, because we have Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. And this gives haste to every single dragon, and suddenly those dragons are kinda broken. Imagine Drakuseth, and you will see so much of Drakuseth today. I played it more than I expected, and it wins the game basically every time it doesn't get answered immediately, and with haste it's very hard to answer it. And we have even Incinerator of the Guilty. This can be your sweeper on top of a huge dragon, because it also has haste. The Worldwagon is a surprise. It actually does so much damage in this deck, because it basically is another way to give haste to every dragon. So if you don't hit the orb, you can just get this and it keeps ramping you forever while also dealing ton of damage. And we use Cavern because all of our dragons can be uncounterable. So guys, I think this will be a fun day on the arena, and before we start, a huge thank you to our absolute legend for today, Garrett Lubov, my friend. You are getting dragons. It doesn't get better than this, so really thank you for your support and all the discussions on Patreon. I hope you will have a great day, and we'll try to make it better with some dragons. So let's go to the gameplay and have some fun. Oh boy, this is such a bad hand. We actually don't have red mana at all. Do we mulligan this? I think we have to. This is just not good enough. We can get rid of one of the orbs. I honestly think this hand is a little bit better. Let's see what we'll draw. This is super important. I would love to go directly into this, but we probably won't be able to. I still will go with the Llanowar Elves. Worst case, we just won't use this mana. But best case, if we draw untapped land, and we have only untapped lands in the deck, except one Ridgeline, we can literally just play this on the next turn, and that might even get us. See, this was the oh, but it's wrong mana. Alright, it sucks. What can we do? At least they didn't. Why didn't they play anything? What is the play? They allowed us to have mana for no reason. I really showed that I have no priority. That's never a good idea, but we'll see. I can actually go a little bit crazy on the next turn maybe. So now they have something we cannot block, but that's okay. The fact that we mitigated the last turn of attack is already very helpful. Oh, that explains it. That really explains it. This will be very annoying, but with hasted dragons we can go around it. And we will have the 5 mana. It will take us 2 turns, so they will get another hit with this, which is super annoying. But we have potential. Let's go dragons. They don't know about the dragons so far. And we'll go with this. Of course, we will go for attack. So it doesn't super matter, but it will pressure them into thinking it matters, and it's more important than dealing 1 damage to the face. Like this might change their playing pattern just a little bit. Maybe they will be a bit more defensive, maybe they will play 1 more creature, this kind of stuff, you know. And our win con is probably Drakuseth attacking and clearing the board. We need to get into this point though. It will be hard. It will be hard. They probably have some bounce effects. We can go for Dragonhawk for some insane levels of extra damage, and we might even hit a land. But we'll see. We'll see. They can protect Kaito, which sucks for us a little bit. And drawing cards, like Kaito is as always the only problem. We would take over the board very quickly if not discard, but with this we have some problems. Especially with this kind of a bit slower draw. This is pretty good, right? But Dracosaur is even better because it can draw us cards. And we don't need a land on this for this turn. I think this is a bit better, right? It will force a block probably. Yeah, let's go for it. I know I could try to block, but they will just bounce the Dracosaur, so I need to get some immediate value from this. I think they will block, and then they will bounce it. But it will slow them down, because they also need to bounce something from them. And maybe we can top deck a land into Drakuseth on the next turn, while they will be fully tapped, which will solve literally everything and win us the game. So, you know, we have a lot of plans. I think it's Terror of the Peaks. It's not a bad card, but we won't have 2 turns to set it up. So this is the first one. Damage hurts. And we cannot block with elves. It's already 9 damage. They might try to go for lethal on this turn. 10 damage. 11 damage. Oh my god. If they plus Kaito, this will be 12 damage already. But if they tap fully, Pixie. Pixie is acceptable, I think. But so we have to block Scavenger with Elves. That's not perfect. 8, 11. What? That means it's not lethal. And they don't. Did they play a land for this turn? I think every player would play a land already, so I think they won't do it. And we could go with Drakuseth and try to step. But then they will. No, we cannot live gain in this deck. We have to play this. Because they will just play it on the next turn, right? And deal this 2 damage. So we need to go to 6. If I draw a land, is it enough? No. But I can hit a treasure from Dracosaur. And also a creature potentially. So this will give us something, hopefully. Let's see, this is really important what we'll get. Okay. Okay. We go this. Oh my... Guys. It's happening! It's actually happening! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm such a happy Sloth right now. And let's see how we want to win this. I'm not sure if we will win. We still need to block this guy, which is super annoying. I could go for the face. Do we have enough? 12? Oh my god. They will be literally at 1. I can kill Pixie, deal 4 damage to the face. It's 13. And then we deal 12. Oh my god, this was so close. I could add, sorry, I need to think. We might win this game if we play it right. So I can go for Kaito and then burn all of the other creatures except the Scavenger, and then we have 2 blockers for it. And then on the next turn we can win this. Bro, this is the attack I wanted to see. I love it. Alright, and now we need to survive. This won't be easy, but I think we can do it. And Drakuseth is the first removal target, so Dracosaur just had extremely increased chance to live. And now we can play another Drakuseth if we hit it without the treasure. We also have the Ridgeline, which is a sneaky thing. Alright. I don't love it. I will discard it. We don't have a land anymore. Let's see, they might get the last card as well, but we can draw 3 cards a turn with Dracosaur, so it doesn't hurt us as much, and the mana is the most important. If they go for Fear, I would love it, because that would tap them fully, get us to 2, and we get a full turn. Nurturing Pixie is way better. It is a good blocker and leaves 1 extra mana for them. Alright. I hope I won't be forced to lose Dracosaur to the Scavenger. Nowhere to run is not good enough to kill the Dracosaur. Alright, getting the last card. And let's see if they have priority or they go directly into combat phase. This will tell us if they have a play. Directly into combat phase, so they don't have more plays. Have to. No choice. I think we have to kill them on the next turn. Alright, this will decide the game. How did I know this will be 3 land? Oh my god. And this is why you go for this. I think we can actually I think we win? I'm not sure, guys. I think we can still win this. Even with this amazing crazy draw. Because we can go, we want this guy to have +2. Alright, I need to... I think this is enough. 3. And whatever. We killed the blocker. Alright, we won! We beat it! Oh, I'm so happy. I wasn't sure if we can do it. Alright. Guys, we don't have a dragon. We have nice ramp 1 into 3, but we need a dragon. And this one... Yeah, let's start with the forest. Even though it pains us a little bit, I think we still can do it. Let's see, let's see. We could even try to go for the speed. This is super tempting, man. We don't have a dragon, so I'm actually going for this. Suddenly the elf becomes a problem. Dispersal. So this is Awakening deck. So we probably want the Dragonfire ready. We'll play another elf and try to go from there. Alright, I didn't expect this. I thought it would be a bit of a different deck, but that's fine. So we can absolutely play all the life in that case. We probably want to go mountain, so our verges finally give green mana, but it's not the biggest deal. Oh, they play stock up right now, at least this version. So they can Awakening probably on the next turn. We might be holding the Dragonfire for this. And we still want the triple Verge. I mean, why not? Why not? And we know, alright, we can go green. I could go orb, but it's not worth here. I can top deck a dragon, but I don't think it's worth the risk. We'll go for more speed and prepare Dragonfire to kill the Omniscience, in case they don't have like double combo. Because if they just have one, they can make one play, then you kill it, and like they need basically 2 Omniscience in order to make sure that it sticks. And you need to make sure that you punish them if they don't have it. So we will get haste on every dragon. I would really love to draw any during the game, but you know, it is what it is. Omniscience already set in the graveyard. I mean, sure. This could be interesting. So, let's swing. Well, I guess we do it first. Because we will have more mana this way. Which means they won't counterspell and then we can attack anyway. While also holding the Dragonfire. I like it. We have a little bit of everything. Except, you know, the dragons in our dragon deck. Somehow we miss all of them. So that's a bit of a bummer. And we are using elves to literally hit for 1 because we have nothing to ramp into. Man, this deck is like full of those dragons. Like we actually play a little bit more than we should probably, not less so. This draw is very unfortunate. Moment of truth, of course. So they are trying to find probably another Omniscience for hand and Awakening, because then they win the game. So let's see what they will go for. Alright. I mean, we don't really need speed right now because we already got the orb, so everything has haste anyway. But this will be a nice surprise for them. Let's see if they go for the combo. Cool. Now they can make another play. This should be Omniscience. Invasion of Arcavius. I mean, we won't be able to do anything, you know, in between. They can try to counter it. They probably have it, right? Alright, they are trying to search for it. Of course, they can play every single card at instant speed from the whole hand, basically. So we don't know if the selection was good. They discarded land, so at least one card was bad. And probably the shuffle card was a little bit better. Alright. I mean, we kinda negated it. So they will surveil, they want to hit another Awakening, but now Omniscience is not in the graveyard, so we successfully stopped the first wave. They will get, you know, Arcavius, so they can get some good cards. Probably Awakening, I would guess. Then they just need to get this into the graveyard with some cycling effect, like, you know, Charter Course. Yeah, exactly. And now we have Incinerator, which is nice. And we don't need the thing yet. Let's go. Let's freaking go. This is starting to be a bit of a serious damage. That means Drakuseth from the top wins the game instantly. We do not collect evidence because we want to keep the board. They have no board, so we don't need to kill it. And let's see, if they have Charticors is what they want. This is the perfect draw. If they have Charticors, then they discard Omniscience, then they go Awakening and they go crazy. But let's see if they actually have this. If they miss this turn, good top deck wins us the game right now. So they went for the Charticors, this is what they wanted, but now they don't have mana. So we get this draw. If this draw is Drakuseth, we win. We can also make it uncounterable. We're waiting with this because so far they never had occasion to counter spell. So we didn't need to show it. It's like our secret weapon when they hold mana and think it matters. So we can go, we can get them to literal 1. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Okay, so we will swing and see what happens. I mean, we know what happens. So they will block one of them, of course. We get 7 damage. I could kill this, but it's not lethal, so it's not worth it. They want to kill this. Nah, I don't see the point. We'll just play the Verge. Hold this for another Omniscience, so they cannot reanimate it again. And we need to roll with it. It's unfortunate. If that was better though, we would already win the game. They played very risky and they opened themselves to our lethal, but you need to draw good cards in order to win this. I will make a stop, just in case. I think they will win now. We missed our shot by not drawing correct card. Invasion. I mean, we'll do exactly the same thing as usually. And now they will be prepared? Probably, I would guess. But we can pay 4, so Confounding Riddle won't work, No More Lives won't work, so there is a chance this resolves and breaks their combo. So let's see. They can bounce it again with, you know, the Surveilly thing, the Epheras Dispersal. We will. Here we go. Don't tell me they have another. I hope we have the chance here to break it. They should know. They know their cards. They have all the options in their face. Yep, it kills you. This guy will kill you on the next turn. Man, please don't kill me. I cannot take the suspense. I want to know. Am I winning or am I losing? Okay, so they decided to not save it and instead try to hit the Incinerator because this will potentially save them. So again, oh, this is just a bounce, so we can do it. Oh, they don't know we have this? Their whole idea, I think they have Confounding... No, they would just counter it. They can take Confounding Riddle. Alright, this is confusing. Not confounding, confusing. I wonder what they will choose. I can see them taking Confounding Riddle to counter this, because they don't know about this card because we hid it for the whole game. Is that really the play? Am I predicting it right, or they have some sinister plan that I just don't see coming right now? I think we might have this game. Thanks to like haste from the orb. Man, if we can beat... This is actually in high ranks. I think this is right now the highest win rate deck, followed up by Monored. But Monored is generally the best win rate deck across all the leagues. So basically when you climb higher, you should be playing this deck. So if I wanted to be Mythic, I would play this deck for like 15 hours and then you are top Mythic. So, you know, just an advice if you care about the icon. That's how you do it. Alright. I think we won. Oh no, they can bounce it. They can bounce the Incinerator. Bro, are you sure? I think they miscounted. I don't need this orb. I can use elves to fuel mana. I think they forgot that elves create mana. Dragon. Mana. Oh no, they have Dispersal. Wait, they have Epheras Dispersal as the last card. This is the only explanation. Nothing else makes any sense. If I play this, I still can... No. Yes, I can tap one elf, so that actually doesn't make too much of a difference. I mean, I'll still do it. This forces, and let's not tap like this. We don't care about the Raceway. Alright. I don't want to mess it up. I think we have this game if we play it right. We won. I told you, I feel we have this. Let's go with the forest in case we are playing against aggro deck. Which of course will be the case because we are playing standard and that's the only deck that is allowed. So like the amount of decks that are full aggro is just crazy, man. So we will go like this and we'll try to make a stop so we pretend we have removal when they play the next creature. Alright. This one surveils whenever this creature attacks. Alright. I think we can live with this. Let's go with the Verge into Orb and we need to start going crazy on the next turn. I'm not sure how we will do it. Yeah, 2 damage, it's good power, but not much more. So I think we might go with Dracosaur just to be a little bit defensive. Moment we get this value from the Dracosaur, we should be fine. Man, we could try to raise them, to be absolutely honest. Alright, I will be greedy. I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But this is so much damage. I think we can literally raise them, even with, you know, a little bit of a slower draw. Let's see. If Dracosaur survives, we are probably instantly winning the game. Ethereal Armor, alright, a 5-5. That's a lot of damage. That's way more than I expected. And Acacia's welcome, so they want to draw cards. That's 8 damage already. That's really strong. But we have haste on everything. So let's see what we hit with Dracosaur. Because I think we still should be really nice and we'll probably create some creatures, right? Oh no, treasure. So let's play this. I think we can go Dracosaur. Oh boy, I think we are doing just fine here. Oh man, those dragons are pretty hasty. 4 damage, 3 and 3. I mean, that should be pretty good. We actually could survive another hit from this. And that's how we raised them. Man, this was really quick. Alright, we are going first. This is a rough hand. We might miss on this. We need 2 lands from the top, then we are fine. I will take this risk. This could go very wrong or very well, depending on the situation. Like, our early game is healthy as long as we draw 2 lands. Alright, or Zoth. It could be Rise. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gods of Magic. This is actually cool. And I think we can play it now. Sure. Let's start the speed thing. It's pretty nice that playing this land already starts the countdown. Oh, this is Esper, so it has to be the bounce deck. Ah, oh, it's you. It's you again. But to be honest, I still prefer this over Mono Red, because at least we can play the game, you know? Let's see. Do they have priority? No. I really think this is a good deal. It slows them down quite a lot. And gets rid of annoying creature. Oh boy. We have to go for it. The Worldwagon. We can actually try to crew it on the next turn. This card is insane, by the way. What basic do we go for? We should probably go mountain with this card. Like, well, the question, is it green or red? I mean, one color definitely seems to be more popular in my hand right now. So we can actually try to... Man, please, Gods of Magic, this one time, give me untapped land. And it shouldn't be hard, because all of our lands, except one in the whole deck, are untapped. Please, this one time. This one time. Be a good shuffler. Please, please. It just had to be like this, guys. It had to be like this. That sucks. We would really pop off right now if we got the card, but what can you do, man? What can you do? I think we actually do Torch the Tower right now. Because then they cannot save Pixie. We would be so incredibly ahead if we got this. We could actually go Drakuseth on the next turn. Because I would play this, probably crew with the wagon, attack, get a land, and then we would get, you know, the upkeep effect. So the difference between hitting land here and not hitting land is game deciding. That was the biggest misplay of my whole game, not drawing a land here. Which sucks. We have 26 and 4 Llanowar Elves, or 25 and 4 Llanowars, so we actually are closer to 30 lands, like all in all. At least we didn't get to... Man, the game is trolling me at this point, you know? We could go Terror of the Peaks, but I think the Dracosaur is a little bit better. They can bounce something. But I'm not sure how we do it. Do we want to ramp already? We are a little bit behind, but I cannot imagine this not getting answered in some way. So I think we will never get to the point where we can, you know, do the thing. And attacking with this already really helps with the lands. And let's go forest right now, just to keep the balance. We are really behind from this one. Oh my... That's fine! Man, this is perfect! Not only they wasted Pixie, which will lower their DPS, they lost the card, they lost the pump on Otters, which is absolutely insane, and they killed the card that already did all the job. Shelter by Ghost is really good for them. But man, if we get Drakuseth from the top, we are in for some insane plays. But I'm not sure if we will be good enough. Terror of the Pigs is probably the play. They have only one card. With this we can start clearing the board. What about this guy? It deals a lot of damage, but I'm really not sure if we can race, especially against Sheltered. I would love the Incinerator would win the game instantly. Alright, I think we have to go Terror of the Pigs, and I think I need to be defensive with it. There's no priority. Oh, what? It's any creature? I thought it's a drag. I legit thought it's a drag. Alright, that's insane. That's actually insane. And I think with this we hold the priority. This is not an instant. It's not this town. It's not like nowhere to run. So we should be having a little bit of time. Oh my god, he's so good at this game. This is annoying. What? Okay, that makes sense. They don't need to target it. Well, those were two perfect cards. If I ever could tutor in their place, this would be exactly two perfect cards. Well, this kinda sucks. We had this game, but we lost this game. But wait. We can still do it. We might still do it. We have to torch the tower. Now we get the Dracosaur. We need to pay the ward because we need to get punished for killing an aggro creature. This is a crime. We cannot do it. So this draw will decide the game. This is the most important draw of the game. And this draw is, man, I mean, not good enough at Magic. Our opponent is going first, but we have plenty, absolute plenty of removal. Let's see the matchup and we will decide if we can afford the tap land or really try to remove from turn 1 forever. They might go Dread Knight, in which case we have the answer, so we can go with the tap land here. We might get the Orb or the Wagon, which means that we want the untapped mana on turn 3. Up the Beanstalk already, really good for them, really good. See? We're playing around our stuff. We could go Tarkir. This will allow us to flip it later. It's not the best play. I think it's worth it here. And I will actually go for those cards so we can deal more damage. 4 damage is not nothing. This is like stronger than Lightning Bolt, you know? Just a bit more expensive. Oh my god, what an absolute mudlot. We don't have much time. Let's go this into... Man, I have to say, this card is winning so many games. Like, this is insane. This basically gives haste to everything you play. And it's also another creature that also ramps you. This card is getting better and better as I play it. It's also an artifact, so go for the throats don't work. This is okay. This is okay. So how do we want to play it? Probably this, right? Because we can already start dealing damage. I don't expect this to survive. But if it survives, that's perfect. Alright. That's fine. That's already some damage and a good 5/5. We don't have the orb still. Oh my god, this guy is just up the Beanstalk Master. What was this draw? Alright guys, we actually have nothing here. Like, easy as that. We are on the draw with really bad hand. Alright guys, I call it, I think this is an auto loss game. We'll sit, but I honestly think this is guaranteed loss. 2 damage. Monstrous Rage, of course, this is what they want. Of course, this is what they got. I tell you, this is an auto-loss game. Told you. Right, on the draw, huh? But we have good mana, we have the wagon. Drakuseth is slow, but we'll probably draw some 5 mana dragon. Or 6 mana dragon, I guess. I mean, we have options here. I kinda like, I would really like to be on the play with this hand so we can, you know, wagon faster, but it's acceptable. I probably want to kill this. I wonder, I've seen deck that is using it pretty recently. So I think they might be using the 3rd color, I'm not super sure. I will risk it. I don't think they run protection spells, and I don't care about the steed. Really. Really. So I will definitely remove something. Is 2 life important in this game? I don't think it is. Our dragons will just smorg them super hard. It's all about the saddle ability. Alright, they have another, and that's the turn. Okay, I will kill the other one then. Then we need to go for this. Tarkir is super sweet, but we can get it later. Let's go for dragon, because we can hit it and instantly flip it on some future turn. Let's go for the 4. No, we need to go mountains, right? Even though, like, Verge will give us all the mana. So we can already go for 5 drops. See, we drew a 5 drop dragon. We have plenty of those, so we can kinda expect that we will probably draw one. And that fuels the wagon perfectly. I don't care about this life gain, because once we set up our dragons, they have no chance. Their deck is just too weak. Of course they are too weak, because they don't have cool dragons. And I have to say, this deck was so fun to play. We kinda cut all the, you know, boring dragons, and we kept only the best ones. I think every time I play a dragon deck, Drakuseth and Dracosaur are the best dragons. Terror of the Peaks is also extremely powerful. I still cut it because I wanted to test the Dragonhawk, because this card has such great synergy with having haste, because then it enters the battlefield, you get the card, it instantly attacks, you get the card, and then they can answer it with, you know, whale or, you know, some new removal that exiles a card. So this is pretty good value, and you can also get extra value if you have another dragon, because it's for, you know, X is creatures with power 4 or greater. So it actually feels like a good match. It was very hard to assemble multiple creatures like this. Basically, Drakuseth and Dracosaur are always the most powerful creatures, and they destroy decks if they aren't answered. Like, those cards are insane value, and the fact that this swings instantly is the biggest difference. Like, without the orb, this card is not very good. With orb, it actually is instant lethal very often, and very often it just clears the board completely, removing 3 different creatures on top of attacking for 7. I mean, not many decks can survive it, and you have seen that even like Esper, Bounce or something, with all those otters, you know, scavengers, Kaito even, they just instantly crumble, because suddenly they have no board, and you just need usually 1 dragon to defend, and they actually cannot do anything. They only have 4 cards in the whole deck that do something, and guys, time your orb into Drakuseth when they are tapped. If you play it in open mana, they sometimes can answer it, so first take their resources, make sure they are tapped, and this will hit like a truck. And yeah, I honestly had a huge issue. Alright, before we talk about it, we cannot forget about our amazing, great, glorious patrons that are supporting the channel, so we can have fun with dragons and Star. I mean, this is like a holy mission. Like, this is the best goal you can have in Magic. Just play some cool dragons and beat the best decks of the format with them. So thank you guys for allowing us to do this. If you, dear viewer, want to support, check out the Patreon, check out the YouTube memberships. It all helps. And with that being said, I had a huge issue with Worldwagon against the Orb. Both seem amazing in this deck, and I wasn't sure what is more amazing. I actually had Zendikars in this deck, because my original idea was to go for like 7 mana ramp, and instead of the Vaultborn Tyrant, you just have Drakuseth. But after playing with the deck, I actually noticed that I care more about going this 3 into 5 mana instantly with some upside. It actually felt more meaningful and faster and more reliable. So that's why we went in the end with 4 Orbs and 3 Worldwagons. I still was considering the 4th one, because the card is so good and so useful. Giving haste to basically all of your dragons with those 2 different cards is so nice, and it really speeds up the power of the deck, and it lets it compete with even the best decks very often. If you have, of course, the correct draw. And with Elves, we can go directly into 3 mana on turn 2, and that's huge. So you can basically go 1 to 3, and then 3 to 5, and this makes such a difference, and suddenly you have those dragons faster than anyone expects. However, I think the Dragonhawk was the weakest of the dragons. Incinerator is always a weird one. I always try to play it, and it never works exactly as I wanted, because I either don't have the orb, I don't have Incinerator, or they don't play creatures. Like, I cannot hit all of those things at once, ever. But I think it's a cool idea. It's usually not working for me, but I think the idea is there. Like, hitting your opponent with haste, with Dragon for 6, and sweeping everything from the board, including Planeswalkers. Like, it sounds like a good idea, but it just never works somehow. I wanted to try the Raceway because it is another way to give haste. It also scares your opponent when the elves hit their face, and very often they use removal on this. So I thought it's a pretty good upside for just 2 lands in the deck, but usually you have haste from those cards, so I've noticed that usually you have like double haste and you don't even need it. This was supposed to be for the late game, when you finally get this Drakuseth from the top, give it haste with the Raceway, and you don't even need the Orb of Dragonkind nor the Wagon, but you know, it seems to be something you usually don't need to, because the deck is so good at providing haste in different ways. So maybe you can switch it for even basic, so, or maybe Cavern of Souls, you can decide for yourself. So guys, I like the deck, it was pretty cool, and we used all the cool dragons way more than I expected. I'm happy with this day, and we beat the best decks of the format, so I'll take my wins, and I hope you enjoyed. So thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.